Good evening, viewers. You are welcome to yet another episode of F.I.N.D relationship. Today we are taking up episode 29. A very interesting topic, which I believe is going to help every one of us. How to win back your cheating spouse. With me, as always, is the F.I.N.D relationship coach, Reverend Kenneth Kenneth. Please, can you greet the viewers?
Wow, viewers, you're welcome to this platform once again. It is that time every Wednesday that we get to you to bring you some nuggets that will help you to fix your relationship. Now, right, if you're watching on a Facebook platform, please make sure that you create a watch party, invite everybody in your contact, and let them be part of this today. By doing so, you must have reached out to somebody and have helped somebody today to fix their relationship. Or you're watching on YouTube, just click the subscription and also click the bell so that you can get notification of every other video upload. And you can also go to our website, www.lifemending.org. And any of this platform will be able to be an opportunity for you to be part of this platform. Okay, the woman of God had already announced tonight's meeting how to win back your cheating spouse. Wow, that's a great one. How to win back your cheating spouse. Let me begin by saying that the foundation of every marriage is threatened the moment any of the spouse clicks on cheating. The foundation is threatened. And devastation, disappointment, frustration, emotional trauma and pain, every kind of negative atmosphere and vibes rests on your marriage the moment there is evidence, substantial evidence that one of the spouse is cheating. And I know that different people respond differently the moment there is evidence of cheating in their relationship. Some people can be deadly. Some people's reaction can be really, really deadly, to the extent that I know some people who have jumped out from a high-rising building because they discovered that their partner, their spouse, was cheating. Some other people can cock their gun and go after the partner, the cheating partner. Others can also go to the extent of taking the life of the intruder who cheated with their spouse. So when cheating came knocking in relationship, the spouse can be deadly. Another way other people react is that there are people who simply they walk out of the marriage. They just abandon the relationship and they carry their bags and they leave. And some other people who are gallant, they raise up themselves, they gather themselves, and they fight back in order to keep their relationship. Now, let me begin to say that no matter what it is, the reaction of taking life should be completely out of it. It should be completely out of it because it doesn't worth it. I know that you may not like that, but it doesn't worth it to take the life of your life, or the life of your partner, or the life of the intruder because of the incident of cheating. It doesn't worth it. I think that walking away from the relationship is a better option. It's a better option, but it is not the best option. It's not the best option because going around the whole entire world today looking for a partner, a spouse that cannot cheat or will not cheat is a hated task in our generation, because the statistics of spouse who are not cheating is far, far, far less than the ones that are cheating. So you get into that merry-go-round. I'm not trying to get you to be conditioned to live in abnormality of relationship. All that I'm trying to do is to help you to be well equipped so that no matter what circumstances that comes threatening your marriage, even if it is experiences of cheating, you are able to handle it. Don't let it take you unawares. Some people said, oh, okay, I'm not mindful of this because I don't think that my spouse will ever cheat. It's better, baby, that you learn how to deal with this issue. Even if it doesn't happen, you got nothing to lose. But the only thing is that you're far beyond prepared, beyond whatsoever that comes against your marriage. So settle down today. Let's get into it. How do I win back my cheating spouse? If he's not cheating now, maybe you cheat tomorrow. That's not a prophecy, but I want to get you prepared to know this. Okay, let me start with the woman of God. Mama, let me just ask you, you know, some people they are not happy when you call them mama. Okay, let me start by asking, can a cheating spouse change? Is it possible for a cheating spouse to change?
Yes, it's possible. Cheating is not the only crime. If a drug addict can change, if a prostitute can change, if a criminal can change, why do we think that the cheating partner can't change? Yeah, it's possible. They can change. I've seen a lot of them change. I have a lot of testimonies. I have a lot of people talking. I've met people, and they actually changed for good without going back to whom they used to be. So it is possible for your cheating spouse to change.
You know, the generation that we are in now, especially the young one, they said, once a cheat, always a cheat. A leopard cannot change his spots. You know, they just carry their bags and off they go.
No, that is not true. It's not true. When you have a partner that is cheating, from the discussion, the interaction, you will know that this one wants to change. For instance, if you have a cheating spouse and you are discussing, the person is still laying blames, giving reasons why he's doing what he's doing, you have the understanding that that person may change in future.
It's not yet ready.
It's not yet ready. But when you meet someone who is acknowledging, is not justifying what he's doing, he say, yes, this is what I'm doing and I know it is wrong. You know that such a person needs a little push or a little assistance to change.
Okay, so what we are saying here, or what the woman of God is saying, is that it is possible for a cheating spouse to change, but it is down to the individual mindset. It is down to the individual to decide whether he really wants to. You just watch out the mindset and be able to look at the response to find out if this one is ready to change or if this one is also continuing in the journey. You know what I'm talking about? Okay, now but then let's begin to deal with the issues. What are the things that need to be done? Because you can't change on behalf of a person. But what you can do is to create an enabling environment, atmosphere that can assist the one who have made up his mind, or who is feeling remorse or repentant or willing to change. You can create an enabling atmosphere that will help them to change. And that's exactly why we're in this studio today. We want to help you to put yourself, to contribute all you can do for this one who want to change, to really change. Now, let's look at some of the things. I've been able to look at some of the points some of the things that you can do in order to get a cheating spouse who want to change to really change. One of them is to create an atmosphere that makes the cheating spouse to feel loved. To feel loved. I mean, is a cheating spouse, you're creating, you that are not cheating, you create an atmosphere that makes the cheating partner to feel. I know that this is not what you want to do. I'm telling you, especially when you are the victim, you are not a violator. This is not what you want to do. You want to pay back, you want to do everything. But we are saying here today in this particular studio that you need to create an environment of love that will make the cheating partner to feel love. Woman of God, how do we do this? How do we go about this?
Yeah, it's not easy for you who is the one that is not cheating, but it is the best step to take
if you want to recover.
If you want to recover your spouse, you'll find out that you need to love such one unconditionally. What I mean by unconditionally is you are loving this person without a condition. If you behave well, then I love you. If you don't behave well, then I won't love you. But if you want to win your spouse, you need to make sacrifice. You need to make up your mind to say, I'm going to love him, I'm going to love her, period. Whether she changes or he changes or he doesn't, or the person didn't change, I'm going to love this person. Then you step into that process of showing love to the person. It's two different things when you say to someone, I love you. You know, sometimes we say, I love you, but the person you are talking to is not feeling the love. So you need to know how to get your spouse to really know that you love your spouse.
To feel it. Yeah.
To feel it. You need to know what you're going to do.
The actions
for your spouse to feel it, not just the words.
Just the words.
You're not going to say, oh, I love you, there is no problem. But when your spouse is in, you don't even,
that
atmosphere is not there.
Yeah.
And don't forget that he knows that he has hurt you.
Yeah,
and he's watching you, he's looking at you to see your reactions.
That's true.
So if you are saying with your lips or with your words that I love you without action, you won't get him.
Okay, so what we're doing here is very powerful today. You need to come to generate that love, that I love you period, that I love you in spite of who you are, in spite of what you've done, is an unconditional love. It's not a conditional love. The conditional love is that I love you because you've never done wrong. I love you because you're a nice person. I love you because you make me feel happy. I love you because it's a conditional love. It's a limited love that will be limited in certain circumstances in your marriage. And that kind of I love you in spite of who you are, in spite of the mess that is around you, it is a thing that we generate in our heart. It have to be in our heart, but not only in our heart, because only God sees your heart. Men that need to feel it. Then you have to devise a strategy to show that love. Showing that love, as the woman of God has said, is an act. It's an act. It's an act that, because your heart is involved, it's not an empty act. It's a transforming act. But if you act without your heart getting involved into it, it becomes a frustrating thing to do. So you really need to get the actions. How does your spouse feel love? Some of them, it could be taking them out for shopping. It may be going out for movie. It may be you as a man or a woman doing the dishes, you just do certain things that is backed up to that particular appreciating
him your words.
With your words.
You understand?
Bringing out your values, telling the person how much valuable he is. It's all depends.
Being part of what he or she is doing. Identifying with him,
are you talking
with
to me
her.
now? But what we are saying here in this studio is that every spouse have their individual different ways of feeling love. So I don't know who your spouse is. You really need to find out. But in that situation, you really need to do something that has to do with performance in order to express your love. That's one of the key. The second key that you need to engage is that you need to avoid verbal digs. Verbal digs. Verbal dicks is very poisonous. Verbal dicks or verbal punishment. Verbal punishment is a little bit different from verbal abuse. You know, in a verbal abuse, you can tell a person you're worthless, you're this, that. Both verbal punishment and verbal abuse, none of them is acceptable in relationship. But in a situation where cheating have come in, please avoid verbal dicks. Verbal dicks is a subtle statement that you make in order to remind the person what happened. In order to remind the person what happened. Imagine your spouse calling you out and asking you, honey, what are you going to wear for this particular occasion? You say, if he was to be in that occasion, what would you, how would you have seen him? You know, you're just making that subtle statement in order to remind her that she messed up with somebody. Honey, what will we take for dinner? The last time I went out in town, what did you prepare for him? You understand? You are just making those statements in order to remind your cheating spouse of what happened. You need to avoid it. Even testimonies in church, even counseling. Remember, some people can give counseling like the last time that my husband cheated, this is what I did. You understand? It's like a testimony, but every single thing you are doing, you are calling up the things that have happened. Yeah, you understand? So it is important that you say out your mind. But please, if your mind is still dirty, if your mind is still poisonous, keep your mind. Don't speak out your mind at that particular hour. Make sure that you don't create an environment that disables your spouse or brings him to remind him that he messed up or she messed up in the other way round. Avoid verbal dicks. Woman of God, you're gonna talk right now. You're gonna talk. Another thing that we need to deal with is that you need also to you need to let your spouse know your sincerity of letting go for in order for the situation to be fixed. Yeah, it's important that your honesty is visible. What I mean here is a situation whereby in the cheating process, when the cheating took place, some close friends, some family members, maybe even church people or people that are in the inner circle, they are aware of what happened. They are aware of what happened, right? Now, in that particular situation, your wife or your husband who is involved in cheating, they are into battlings. There are different battles that a spouse that are cheating goes through. Let me tell you. I know that the moment you discover that your spouse is cheating, your own heart and your own emotional pain takes over. That to the extent that you don't even think that the one who was cheating was also going through certain battles. Yeah, there are the battle of guilt in the mind of the cheater. There is battle of people judgment in the mind of the cheater. There is also self-unforgiveness and the battle of broken loyalty. All of them are all going on right inside of the cheating spouse. I'm not trying to encourage them or make excuses for them, but I'm telling you that these are some of the dynamics that is there. Now, if you allow your own emotional state to overtake you, that you don't take cognizance of what is going on through the mind of the cheater, something is going to happen. You're going to lose that particular marriage. But now, if you have made up your mind, you've come to the place wherein you have decided that you're going to fix it, you're going to deal with it, you're going to let every other thing go, you need to take action of sincerity. One of the practical ways to do this is that some of the friends and family members, if they are aware of what happened, it is up to you as the spouse that is not cheating to go to them. You go to them, because not a cheating spouse that can go to them. You go to them and talk to them and say to them, you see what happened. Yes, this happened. Were you aware of it? but I've decided to take my spouse back, and I'm going to clean him, or we're going to fix it. I've forgiven him. When you do this, these are some of the strategies that is going to block the negative streaming of idea and negative counseling and the vibes that comes from other people in order to protect your spouse. Woman of God, let's take this. Let's take the last one. Maybe begin again. Let's look at the begin again.
You want to take this? Yeah, like the man of God have explained to us, like in the area of the digging, why you go back to dig is because you've not actually forgiven. It's a sign of unforgiveness. If you're forgiving, there's no need of calling back the things that have happened.
But you know, some people said, I'm a human, I forgive and I cannot forget.
And that is why you won't get your spouse back. Because you continue reminding him. One day before you come back, you will pick his things and leave.
That's true.
Yeah. Then also the other point you made, we need to make excuses for our cheating partners. Sometimes it's not easy for them also. Some people, it's not that they want to get into it, but they just found themselves in it. So you don't just nail them to say, oh, you must die because you did this. Make excuses for them in the presence of your friends, those who knew what happened. Make excuses for them. Tell them, no, it's fine. I think we can make it work. Then when you do that, the next step is you begin again. Start afresh. Behave as if you are meeting him for the first time. Behave as if you've never had anything or such problem never happened. Go out for movies. Together. Go out for shopping together. Hold hands together.
Pray together.
Bath together. The way you did before. Eat together.
Toast each other.
Declare each other.
So that's just what you need to do. Do everything, whatever you did to get them, do it again to keep them, to return them. And by so doing, you are going to get back your relationship. Your marriage worth fighting for. Yes. Your marriage worth fighting for. I'm telling you, it's a hell on earth to have a bad marriage, and you can't spend any second of your life to live in an environment that is a battlefield instead of a celebration. Our time is really up right now, and I believe that something have really gone to you today. Remember, what we are doing here is not to encourage in cheating in relationship, but if it had happened, I know that you have reason to divorce and walk away. It's biblical. Some people say that divorce is not biblical. It's not true. There are some conditions in the Bible where divorce is allowed, and cheating is one of them. But you can decide not to click that because it's still optional, and you say, okay, we're going to take it beyond this particular level, because to win an old enemy is better than to make a new friend. I'm telling you, because that relationship is going to go to the next level, and we believe God that your marriage will not be added into the statistics of divorce rate on earth. Woman of God, sign out.
I just want to say this evening that there is no reason good enough for you to cheat. But if you find your spouse in that problem, identify with him, identify with her, work it out, then it will work.
I'm signing up by telling you, give a listening ear. I know that what she or he have done, what not your ear anymore, but give a listening ear. Maybe you will know why it happened. Woman of God have said no reason is good enough, but there is no cheating without a reason. Thank you, DMG, for all that you have done, and in making this program come forth, a studio that are raising up upcoming stars, and One Point Travel, helping us to travel around the world. We believe, God, that this is a great time for us. Share it, get it across to every other person, and enjoy your Women's Day. If you have your time, come down to Life Mending World Mission, because women are gathering here for a special time on Friday night, and when you do that, you will never forget it. Thank you. We meet you again next week.